Well, good morning, y'all. It is day 28, and we're out here at North Tahoe High School, where I'm going to be doing some orienteering this morning. Had a great night last night at the lodge that I'm staying at. Really comfortable. It was nice and cool. Had the window open, and it kind of looked like it rained overnight. I mean, like I said, it rained on me yesterday, but whatever. Yeah, and it's nice and cool this morning, kind of overcast. I think it's going to be fun. It's a different type of terrain to orienteer in, so I'm excited. Yeah, I'm going to sort myself out, and then I'll take a couple of minutes and show you some of the tools of the trade. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to show you a couple of things that I use for this sport. So first things first, this is my compass. So it's a thumb compass, and you can see that there's no markings on it. Essentially, it's just, it points north, and then I can use these lines to set a bearing, and I can use this on a map to create a straight line towards what I'm shooting for. So it's designed more to be fast. It's pretty accurate. I can be very accurate with it. But you got this little, I had to put my own little Velcro strip on here because the stretchy one broke. But it's a thumb compass. So I just slide it on like this, and with my piece of Velcro that I have, I can just get my thumb in the right place, pull it around so it fits okay, and that's how it goes. So when I'm holding a map, it's just like that. Another piece of equipment, this is the most important, well, arguably. This is my e-punch. So this is a very messy map, because I used this for designing a course, which is why it has all these notes on it. But you can see these circles, and these are controls. So these are checkpoints that you need to get to. And sometimes they'll be without lines, and you need to get to as many as fast as you can. Today's event and tomorrow's event are classics, which means that they're point to point. I don't have a point-to-point map handy, but if you can imagine, you have this circle, and there will be a line between them, and you need to find the fastest way to get there. This is very simple because this black line is a road, so that would make it easy. But more likely you'd have something like one to here, which takes you off, like you may have some roads, but it's going to take you through the terrain and make you actually read the topography. So you have to be able to translate the topography into your head and be able to, read the map on the run. So at each control, there is, don't ask me why I have all of these things. There are these white and orange bags that look like this right here. Beep, beep, beep. And there's an electronic punch box. So you use this at the start. It sounded like it dropped something. Probably my compass. I'm going to need that. Scatterbrained. So at the start, you'll punch this, you'll clear it, clear everything off of it, punch it, and then at each checkpoint, at each control, you're going to punch it again. When you finish, you'll punch a finish, and then you'll come and download, and then that tells them that you got everything. Also, this is your time track. So each control box that you punch, beep, has an internal clock, and So this will have so each time you punch one, this will read the control punch number and the time code. So whenever you finish and you download, it'll show that you got everything in order, or if you missed one, it'll read that you missed it, and it'll tell you what your splits are. So essentially, if you don't know what a split is, it's just the time that it takes from one point to the next, and then also it'll tell you obviously your total time. And they'll be able to use that to set up rankings. This today is part of the Bay Area Orienteering Club's Summer Sprint Series. They have like 6 events in this series that they do in different places. And internally in their club, they get ranking points. Now, I'm not a part of their club because I live in Tucson and I'm in the Tucson Club. So I'm not going to get points. I'm here for fun, right? Well, I'm always there for fun. But I'm here for fun. So other people who are in the club will be getting, points towards that series, and then they'll have some kind of, I'm sure, a prize or something at the end of the series. Similarly, tomorrow is a nationally ranked event, which I will get national points for, which is just saying that out loud is making very big assumptions that I'm going to do anything even worth giving points for, but I'll get something. Even if I'm dead last, you get something for the effort. And obviously the people who do better get more somethings for that effort. So there you go, e-punch. Oh, look at this. I have an example of a printout. So this is an example of a printout from an event I did a while back. And essentially it just shows your control number. So this is number 1. The control number. This is what's on the box itself. This right here is my split, so how long it took me to do that. And then over here is my total time to that point, all the way to the end here, 3303. This must be a park event, Case Natural Park, yeah. So this is a small, quick event. I don't remember how I did. So, who knows? I had fun. I remember having fun. I know this is long-winded, but I'm just giving you some background. And then maybe whenever, if you watch the orienteering thing, maybe it'll make sense. I don't know. I'm assuming that many people who are watching this will not have much experience with orienteering, so. One last thing here that I want to show you is the map. And so, this is an example of a map. And you'll see, so these maps are topographic maps, and that's what all of these brown squiggly lines are. So it tells me what the terrain looks like. So I can read this, and I can know these like circles are high points. If they're low points, they'll have lines pointing in. And so I can read this, and I can know if I'm going up, down, which way it is. The closer the lines are together, the steeper it is. Something else that you'll notice are all the colors on it. And it works like a heat map. So the oranger it is, the faster it is, which sometimes means clearer, but not always. And it goes, so you can think of it, it goes dark orange towards white, which you don't see a lot of white here because this is in Arizona and it's very clear, but white is like runnable forest. And then your greens, you get like a light green. Oh, this may just be faded, but there's some light green over here. And dark green, very dark green. And the greener it is, the slower it is. So green is vegetation. You can think of it like the darker it is, the thicker it is. The harder it's going to be for you to get through it. So I'll have one of these, and this has like trails, and it's got some like roads and stuff. It'll have a lot of like tiny features, and so you can see like this triangle is a boulder. So there's like boulders mapped on here, streams, basically anything you can think of that's notable. And over a certain size is going to be mapped on there. We're not going to be mapping pebbles, but we're going to be mapping big stuff that we can see. And these are like a normal topographic quad map that you would think of as a map is usually about 1 to 24,000 scale. This is a 1 to 10,000 scale. And sometimes on faster maps, it'll be down to like a 1 to 5,000 or a 1 to 4,000. So it's very high detail for a very small area. And for now, I think that's the bulk of it. It is just after 9, so I think what I'm going to do is enjoy me a Cliff Bar and sip on some water, and then go talk to people at the registration and see what's going on. Yeah, that's so there we go. That's the orienteering stuff. But like 10 minutes, dude. What a long talk. If you have any questions about it, feel free. You know where the comments are. Just drop them in there. I'll answer any questions. It's a lot of fun. It's like one of my favorite things to do. So I will talk about it ad nauseum. All right, I'm going. Later. All right, it's getting closer to 10, which is when starts are going to happen. We heard some thunder earlier. You can see it's kind of cloudy. But starting to get some action. We got the canopies up over here. And pretty soon we'll be getting a move on. Today's event is a remote start, so I'll show you. There's a sign here that says starts. And essentially we're just going to follow that down and around to where we're going to start the course, and then we'll finish somewhere right back over here. That's probably most of what I'm going to say about it for now. And just pretty soon I'm going to try and get out there and start getting a move on and get some, see if I can get some good footage. Yeah. All right. All right. Well, I did the walk down to the start, so you can see start flag right there. And we're going to be starting just right over here in a few minutes. Got our clock. They're going to have maps and stuff. And it's starting to rain on us just a little bit, not much. Enough to keep us cool. But I got the old rig set up, so I'm ready to hopefully get some good footage. I double checked it at the car just to make sure that everything was looking and feeling good, and it seems good, so let's see what we can do. All right. Well, I just finished. Took me about 80-something minutes, which I'm not happy with, but what are you gonna do? Some of the navigation I was pretty proud of. Some of it, I think it's better if we just don't talk about it ever again, and I'll find you if you do. Yeah, man, it was fun, but it was definitely physically challenging for me right now, which doesn't bode well for tomorrow, but that never stopped me from having fun. So I'm going to go and download and see what the verdict is. What up, y'all? So it is currently about 3:30 in the afternoon. Had a great time at the event. Finished somewhere mid-packish, made a couple of big mistakes. One like really big mistake, a couple others that were not terrible, but could have been a lot better. And I'm pretty happy with how I did overall, especially considering it's been a few minutes since I actually have been out orienteering. It's definitely been a few minutes since I've been out running. Yeah, so I did that. The camera worked pretty well for the running. I was looking at the footage. I'm going to mess around with it. I think I need to use some different settings next time for tomorrow. But the big failure on it, though, really was that the battery died. just barely missed out. Just barely missed out. So it died somewhere between controls 10 and 11 out of 13. So not a huge deal. I'm still going to process that tonight because I want to mess with it and see if I can fix the stabilization. It was attached to my chest, so it was like doing this kind of thing, even though it is much steadier than it would have been otherwise. I have some other settings that I can put in there, and I think one of them that I'm going to use is going to be the horizon. There's a horizon balance, so I can lock it in. It crops the picture down, but I think it's going to look better, to be honest. But I'm going to try that if I can't stabilize it. We'll see. I don't know. Smoke and mirrors, man. It's things that I'm going to be doing tonight, hanging out. Right now, I just got back from the Safeway right here in Tahoe City. I am not very far away, and it took me about 20 minutes, I think, to get to the Safeway. And that is probably the busiest grocery I've ever seen. The traffic for Tahoe City was backed up earlier beyond the place I'm staying at here. Which, by the way, I just want to point something out. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell, but look. Right there. Let's get the not screen version. Well, there's a tree in the way now. But out here, right out here, out through that tree, press the thing so it stabilizes. That's Lake Tahoe, baby. Can you believe it? I can see it better, like, through the screen. But, anyways, went to Safeway, got myself some food, because the restaurants are dangerous. I've already spent a lot of money, and they want more. And they got a lot of people to give it to them. I'll give mine to the old Safeway. Besides, this is going to be... Oh, jeez, look at that. Here, let's do this. Look at that. So I got some chimkin, and I got some kale salad in here, and a little bit of kombucha. Some tasty stuff. I think this is gonna, this will make me pretty happy. Also got some nice pasta that I can throw in the microwave in here. So that's in my fridge. And I'm going to have like half of this salad now, have the other half then, and I'll have some more chicken later with the pasta. I think that's going to be pretty good for boosting me up for tomorrow, man. Yeah. Speaking of, I'm excited about that. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think I'm going to feel better tomorrow than I did today. Today was a wake up that made me want to go to sleep. I almost took a nap when I got back. I meant to go back out and help, like, control retrieve and stuff. I just didn't have it in me. So I was just messing around. Real quick, I'm going to make a mention. I started a second channel for my orienteering stuff. I was thinking that I was going to put the footage and stuff up on this channel, but I started talking about the map, and that became a 20-minute video, and then it's going to be a really long video whenever I get the running thing done, and I'm going to end up uploading them there anyways. So here's what I'm going to do. It's called Take Control Orienteering. I'm going to put a link in the description, naturally, and I'm going to put a link in a pinned comment like I do the songs of the day. So if you're interested in seeing that stuff, feel free to pop over there and check it out. And if you like it, hey man, if you want to see more of that stuff, because I got a few more events along this trip, and I'm gonna continue to do more with that channel when I get home. Feel free to go ahead, subscribe. You know how that works. You click the button, and then I'll continue showing up in your feed if you want. But I figure I'm going to be doing enough of that stuff. I'm just going to go on ahead and start keeping it separate now. Make it its own thing. Plus, some of the people from Bay Area Orienteering were interested in seeing that, and so I'll give them that channel to look at, and then I'm gonna link this over there. This is already like a 6-minute ramble. Might as well just giving you the 20-minute map. But anyways, I'm gonna eat some food. I'm chilling out. It was raining earlier, but it's cleared up. It's nice and cool. I got the window open with the cool air coming in. There's a window by the bathroom that's open, so it's like flowing. And I'm just chilling and watching Olympics, man. I want to, I kind of want to hike, but at the same time, I'm going to be like running another several miles tomorrow. So I'm just like, maybe I'll just rest. It's nice. And I'm going to be seeing we're going to be seeing a lot more stuff coming up soon. But, if I see it, you'll see it. I'll bring it to you live on the internet. So that's about it. I'm going to cut this long ramble now. It's done. All right. So I'm going to eat food. I'll talk to you guys later. Deuces.
Doppler radar indicated thunderstorms producing heavy rain across the warned area. Between 1 and 1.5 inches of rain have fallen. Flash flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly. Excessive rainfall over the mid-fire goal flow through the area. The debris flow can consist of rock, mud, vegetation, and other loose.
That don't sound good. But also,
radar intact. Flash flooding of small creeks and
that's not here.
Urban areas, highways, streets, and underpasses, as well as other forward roads.
I don't know. Maybe it'll be here later. Harley.